So I'm going to take you back in history to ancient history with our main man, Alcibiades. So to give you the context of when Alcibiades lived, it's during the Peloponnesian War, which is a war fought between the Greek city-states Athens and Sparta. It goes from 431 to 405 BCE with a 6-year peace in the middle. I won't go into details why they're fighting, just that they're fighting. It is war. The peace is meant to last 50 years. They can't even make it 6. So just to let you know how badly they're fighting. And the main reason they can't get past the 6 is because of Alcibiades. So this vicious war raids back and forth. We've all seen 300. Spartans are insane fighters. No one wants their ass handed to them by the Spartans. So the Athenians would do attacks via sea because they're a dope-ass naval power. They'd land those sweet ships, raid Spartan settlements, all good. Spartans in turn raid by land, destroy farmer fields, and then peace out for the winter. The Athenians had huge stone walls they'd hide behind during the Spartan raids. Here is Alcibiades. So he's born in 450 BC from a powerful noble family, Athenian statesman and general. The sources describe him as physically attractive and vain, and he's noted for his lisp. The lisp is only noted because it's relevant later, so we've got it set. It's established. He's hot. He lisps. Noted. So the start of infamy, he's made a general. The dude's sneaky. Alcibiades tricked his political foes, rose to prominence halfway through the Peloponnesian War. He's made a general on account of this trickery. To flesh out his character, he's an equal opportunist when it comes to love. He's married. His wife's dowry's huge. Had courtesans, also in love with and rumored lover of Socrates. I've seen another source say Socrates is the only one not interested in boning him, so it's kind of a choose-your-own adventure as to whether or not they're lovers. 415 BC, the Sicilian expedition. Won't go into details why. Athenians are going to go and battle the Sicilians. Throughout Athens, they have statues called Hermae at intersections to give a blessing of good luck as you cross the street. They're basically unshaped rectangular statues with a bust of the god Hermes at the head and lower down the wiener. The night before the Sicilian expedition, someone goes and breaks all the wieners off of them. Huge religious outrage. Greeks are superstitious. Alcibiades accused, they can't prove it, he sets sail. Athens then sends a ship after him. He arrives in Sicily, is told by the Athenian ship they're bringing him home to stand trial. He's like, okay, yeah, sure, give me a minute, my ship will follow yours. Dude takes off in a ship with his crew, ditches the Athenians. So he defects to Sparta, which is an outrage in itself because they are the main enemy. So you can imagine the temperature in the political field. He reaches out, he's like, hey, I know we're enemies. I promise I'll give you greater aid and service than I did any harm to you. Sparta's king, Aegeus II, is like, okay, I'll grant you sanctuary. Alcibiades positions Athens as being power-hungry threat. So he cultivates this image where he's the only one who can guide them against the Athenians. The Greeks catch wind. They try him in absentia while the dude's absent. They confiscate his property. They condemn him to death. Alcibiades gives intel against the Athenians. He breaks the peace of Nicias, kicks off the second part of the Peloponnesian War. He's living the dream. He's doing well. Not just surviving, he's thriving. Until he's not. So, despite helping the Spartan cause, securing crucial successes for them, things are not going to last. Main reason? Leotides. A son is born to Spartan king Aegeus' wife. And he's born about 9 months or so, 10 months after Alcibiades arrives. As he becomes a toddler, he starts to bear a striking resemblance to Alcibiades. The kid not only looks like him, he starts to speak with the same lisp. So, the orders are given to kill Alcibiades. He catches wind, skips town again, and decides to offer his intel to the Persians against both Athens and Sparta. Trades lots of information, but with an ulterior motive. He wants Athens in a position where they accept the idea of his return because he'll trade them information on the Persians. After a lot of political manipulation, the dude eventually returns to Athens. Not only is he not killed on sight, they restore his property. He's elected supreme commander of land and sea. Not to last, though. He dies. Conflicting accounts, some say it's while he's away fighting another battle, living with his mistress. Others say he's about to set out for Persian court. His home surrounded, set on fire. When he races outside with dagger in hand, he's killed by a shower of arrows. R.I.P. Alcibiades. So, whether he did or not, to sum him up, he's in high regard in Athens, supposed lover Socrates, complete maniac who chops wieners off of statues, defects from Athens to Sparta, fathers a child with the queen of Sparta, defects from Sparta to Persia, defects from Persia back to Athens, and ultimately dies. Thank you for this piece of history, Alcibiades.